your health bill is always filled with medications every time. Probably you are getting surprise medical bills every time. Maybe you visit the pharmacy and everything like that. You realize you're paying for gym memberships that you never use. Your grocery bills are like so like high and overwhelming, and you find yourself in a state that maintaining your health is so expensive. You feel like just giving up, and that's why maybe people just drew this thing that health is expensive. You get, yet necessarily health is not expensive. I would think that health is a free given gift. Everyone can actually embrace it, and maybe we are supposed to be healthy, all of us, every time. You get, so you could be thinking of, maybe after going all through this, you could be thinking to yourself that, oh God, probably because I have less money, you get, I have a smaller wallet and I need to make more money to get whatever I want. But necessarily it's not probably that maybe your money is small or something like that, but I would think it's the systems that you set around you that make the budgets, or what you really make like with your money or your healthy care funds that you do. At times, maybe if I told you, maybe you keep your funds there waiting for emergencies. That necessarily, I think a number of people just use that and they just keep money for emergencies necessarily. But in this video we shall not be talking about money and maybe generalizing things that now keep or save some money for emergencies. You know, this is not an ordinary emergency fund, something like that, but it's how to make your healthy budget, like how to budget for your health. You get, so any funds that you have been making, maybe you have been saving for your health, maybe throughout there, this is how you can really utilize it. So you could be asking yourself who I am. Yep, I'm Yaledi. I'm a medical student and your friend who prefers seeing your health there at a very low cost without financial ruin. You get, before we continue, please guys, I've been checking my YouTube analytics and I've realized that a number of you guys don't really subscribe, but you watch my videos. Please check out and confirm if I told you have subscribed, and if I told you have subscribed, please comment in the comment section subscribe. Just confirm. I'll give you a like and I'll share some love with you. Thank you for subscribing. And now let's continue. So on your healthy care budget or your healthy budget, we are going to use the 4-category healthy budget framework, and this one just consists of still 4 components, and that's the prevention component as the first one, then maintenance, emergency, and then the future goals you have for your health. And now let's start on the very first one. So the first one will be the prevention. Here you include anything that will help you deter or like keep disease away from you, or away from your family, away from your spouse, away from people that you really love and care about. So this is all about that, and we shall maybe you list out the categories where you really like expect or to have around. Maybe, okay, for me, if I told to give an example for this, I would mind like nutrition as the first one thing that I would do. I really like prefer people like, or tell people to buy whole foods, you know, instead of processed ones, and what fresh fruits, you know, a fresh passion fruit or a fresh avocado or something like that. It really helps, or is more beneficial than a processed, you know, maybe juice or potato crisp or something like that. Extra processed foods, I feel like maybe, okay, some people really even attach it to be one of the causes of, okay, risk factors for cancer and something like that, though it's not yet confirmed. Of course, people just say it, but with that experience I've had, I think cancer really for such, okay, I haven't really confirmed it. Maybe if I told I confirm it, I will come and just you guys all the whole process. And so nutrition, and that's the part, and then maybe fitness, you know, you pay for a few gym memberships around, but for cut more and extra equipment, just you could just buy some, you know, home workout equipment, just, you know, to help out. You get a few equipment just like that, or you can even literally use like local equipment that you can actually purchase, or you can just make your own things. You get, just the whole process is just to enable you like be able to work out or to exercise your body. Or you can even, some really prefer now, like personally I just prefer like having a walk, long walks, maybe fast, so as maybe I'm able to sweat a little bit or do something like that, and that has really done me so well. So the other part, okay, the other point under prevention is mental wellness. Mental wellness is actually so like a big like, I don't know, but it's a big factor to consider. Everything that ruins your mental health reduces your level of productivity, and in most cases you end up like in a state of, you know, you're doing completely nothing. You're not productive, you're not even happy, you're living a life that is ruined like hell on earth, just like that. But it couldn't be maybe the case for anyone that's able maybe to keep the mental health at, you know, at a a moderate level or at a very happy level. So if I told you this one is all about, this is more of intrinsic. So you do something that you really enjoy, like something that you love doing. Maybe if I told you want to listen to music, or some people just really enjoy like going out with friends, hang out with friends. You can really hang out with friends, or traveling, doing trips to several, maybe a different country or a different city, something like that. So that all about, or even nature therapy. Like actually that's the thing I really love. Like I want going to maybe trees, listen to birds, enjoy life around there, like meditate and something like that. Of course some people don't really love it, but personally that's where I feel too much joy. I feel love around that. And then maybe the other final point under prevention is the checkups. Checkups is I don't know, but everyone really needs to consider this. Of course some people really say it's not yet okay, they're not yet there and what, but doing maybe annual physicals or annual physical checkups at least once a year, it's just more beneficial. Some of them are not really so expensive as we expect. Some are really moderate, like you can really afford them, though we just have that mindset that no, this one depending on what. So imagine maybe the amount of money that you spend doing something that, let me say, doing what, the money you spend on excessive alcohol. Okay, I'm not saying alcohol is bad, but excessive alcohol. So if maybe the money you spend there, still you can just go maybe for dental cleaning or eye checkups or eye exams and what. So you can literally like boost up your health into that. So look back like onto your budget probably for the last month and see how much did you spend on prevention and like that. So to me, I would think like for this particular part you could spend like 40% of your healthy budget under prevention, because this is the core or primary category where you really need to curb all the expenses at once. And now let's move on to the second category. The second category is maintenance. This one is the non-negotiable upkeep, like for your body. Just like you could have some upkeeps maybe somewhere, to keep you, maybe you're going to a trip or something like that, the money that's keeping you up. So this one is like boosting or helping you maintain what you already have. And these are the ongoing, like you include the ongoing costs that you be like managing the existing condition that you have. Probably maybe someone, for those that have maybe chronic conditions or something like that, here is a type like why you use. So you involve this money, maybe you supposed to pay for physical therapies, essential supplements that have been prescribed by the doctor, and maybe specialist copays and many other things just like that, like to keep you or to keep your body running or to keep your health like in a good state. And this one drives us to the next category and third category. This is one of the most important categories, and this is the emergency is like your safety net, like that thing that like keeps you covered somehow. Maybe if I told maybe okay, this one is more essential for us when you are in an area where health insurance is not really a thing. But even though maybe you're not under like health insurance or something like that, even though sometimes even when you're under health insurance, you need to pay some money out of pocket. So this one is the unit that helps you, maybe instead of maybe getting a mobile app loan, something like that, you can just literally use this money to avoid all these extra costs. Maybe you have to get an extra credit. It's really weird, like to get, of course they come with interest and what, so you'll be just ruining your financial well-being. And this one is not just like any regular emergency fund, maybe your emergencies for your vehicle breakdown or house maintenance or I don't know, whatever it could be. This one is healthy maintenance. I mean for just preparing for your health emergencies. So you just automate a smaller separate fund like for your health surprises, just that goes like it's automatically transferred from your bank account to that particular savings account you get to keep just for medical or health emergencies. And to me, I would think like of all things, like for your health care budget, you could allocate like 10% of your healthcare budget onto this particular category, just to keep you ready for anything that may come up. Maybe you need to pay for urgent care visits, probably to a doctor's room, or unexpected prescriptions, something like that, or even minor procedures. Probably you have got some eyebrows or a child has swallowed the coin, something like that. It's possible, anything can really come up at any time. So you can allocate this percentage, like 10% for this. And this takes me to the final category, and that's the goals. Here is like leveling up your health, like overall health. The goals that you set for the year, you get probably maybe you could be like you want to lose weight throughout the year, or you want like to have something that really like you really do, like any health goal that you may have, you get throughout that time. So this is the amount of money that you should allocate for this particular part. This one is quite similar to the preventative part or prevention category, but necessarily like they just differ. Here is like the speculated goals, and it's like, not a daily thing. It's something that you have to choose when to allocate. For prevention, that one is like a mandate, necessary, you get. So this one is like optional. It's an optional part where you just choose how much you really spend on maybe particular things depending on which goals you have for that year. And so a recap and summary for everything, all the categories. We looked at the prevention. You have to prevent anything that will come up. So you mind your nutrition, the fitness, mental wellness or mental health, and then the regular checkups, maybe annually or monthly, depending on your goals that you have. And then the next point is the maintenance. Here is like the non-negotiable upkeep, something that you really have to keep maintaining, maybe as you're managing the ongoing medical conditions that you would be having. Probably maybe you have a chronic condition, diabetes, hypertension, something like that. So you continue up with this. And the next or the third category is the emergency. Here you just set up 10% of all like your health money you're supposed to spend on health. So you just allocate that 10% to cater for any emergencies that may come up. Maybe you have surprise medical fees that you're supposed to pay, you get unexpected prescriptions or minor surgeries that may come up like that. Maybe you have got an RTA, something like that. And okay, RTA is road traffic accident, so you have just gotten something like that. So you have to cater for all the things. And the fourth and final category is your goals, like any goals that you could be having throughout the year. So you have to keep in the know, like you have to budget for this one. And this one you just allocate like 30% of the money that you're supposed to pay for. Okay, you're meant to spend for health expenses throughout the year or in the month, or actually that's the thing. And so the whole thing you could like plan for it like in 6 months. In most cases that's the most average part, like most essential component. Like you make a whole budget like for 6 months in a year, like half of the year, and then you make for the first half and then probably for the next half. Now like maybe we have gone up you make a budget that runs like up to June, and then another budget runs to December, just to cater for all the thing. And this will just keep you in a state of like at least financially secure of medical or unexpected medical expenses, and probably things that may come up that are so challenging, maybe to health and something like that. And if at all you have picked some value from this video, please give it a like, share it to someone that might really need it, and watch these other videos that might come up. And see you the next time.